Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald, Veterans for Trump, and I'm here with veteran Bryan Taylor, who's running for Chief Justice in Alabama, a very crucial and important seat in any state. How are you today, Bryan?
I'm doing great. We're on the road campaigning, but I'm safely in the passenger seat. My navigator's driving, so we're good.
Well, that's a good example to set as a judge to not be talking and driving. Bryan,
That's right.
can you tell us please a little bit about your background?
Sure. I am originally from Alabama. I grew up in Alabama. Went to college at the University of Alabama, law school at the University of Texas. I graduated law school in 2001, and of course, 9/11 happened that fall, and by January of 2002, I'd entered on active duty with the United States Army and the Judge Advocate General's Corps. And I served a combat tour in Iraq, served a tour with Joint Task Force Bravo in Honduras. Um, After finishing 4 years of active duty, I came home to Alabama and had the opportunity to get involved in public service, working for a governor. And I've since served for two Republican governors, a legal counsel for the Republican Party here in Alabama. Served a term in the state Senate as one of the most conservative senators that we've had in the legislature. I was the first Republican elected from my Senate district. So my background includes a long record of Republican conservative service, and that's what I bring to the table as a Chief Justice candidate.
And it is an amazing resume, sir.
Thank you.
About Alabama legal issues and Alabama politics, what is going to be your focus serving the people of Alabama?
Well, more than ever, we need judges who are committed to the rule of law. That means applying the law as written by those that we elect to make the law. Those are our legislators, the people we elect to the state legislature, the people we elect to Congress. That's their role, to make law. Judges shouldn't be in the business of trying to make law or impose their own political or personal agenda from the bench. We've got too many judges and too many people trying to weaponize the courts. And so that's why I jumped into this race. We don't need another judge trying to weaponize the court system at the helm of Alabama's courts. We have what's called a unitary or a uniform judicial system. And so the Chief Justice is the CEO of that system. And is not only responsible as a judge for making decisions in cases, but is the day-to-day executive officer, if you will, of the court system. So it's a very important role here in Alabama.
Yes, it is, sir. And exactly what you hit on, the weaponization of the justice system. You, sir, are going to rule based on the law. But can you comment a little bit about nationally in multiple states, and I know you touched on it, the weaponization of the justice system specifically against the president and conservatives?
Well, it's concerning to see politics come into play at all in the courts. And, the Biden administration, the Justice Department, politicizing the courts right here before an election. It's deeply concerning. It's not what the founders, certainly not what the founders intended. And so, again, we need judges who are going to stand up, defend the Constitution as originally intended by the founders. And it's not just politics. There's those who want to weaponize the courts for personal gain. And so, here in Alabama, we've got a problem with some judges ruling in favor quite a bit of large plaintiff jury awards that violate constitutional guidelines. My opponent, for example, she voted in a case to uphold the highest jury award ever in Alabama history. Represents a 150% increase in jury and in punitive damages in just 2 years. And so she voted against the three most conservative judges on the court to uphold that jury award. And they made the point that we have constitutional guidelines that explain why that jury award was way out of line with the constitutional limit on punitive damages.
Bryan, I am going to say I consider you, or rather our organization considers you, the America First candidate. And by that, in your capacity, we mean you will do exactly what you say and rule based on the law. And our research into your opponent tells us exactly the opposite, that she's going to play games that benefit politics in her own interest. That's our opinion. So we want our people across the country to support you, sir, because we are endorsing your campaign.
Well, I appreciate it. And veterans are crucial to this campaign. My opponent in the Republican primary has enjoyed hundreds of thousands, actually just crossed the $1 million mark, as I can tell, donations flooding in from trial lawyers and Democrat special interests. That's not the kind of support I want. I want the support of true conservative Republicans. I'm trying to win the support of veterans, and it's just very important, especially in a campaign like this, in a red state like Alabama. The Democrat special interest is a Democrat, so they're running Republicans, and I think that's what's going on with my opponent's campaign. So any support you can provide me, I'd be greatly appreciative of.
Sir, and how can people get to your website?
Yeah, it's BryanTaylor.com. That's Bryan with a Y, BryanTaylor.com. And you can go on there. You can sign up for updates. We've got my recently released TV ad should be on there, and that features my military service and my commitment to the Constitution.
Well, Bryan, we appreciate your service and your commitment, and reach out anytime if we could help.
Thanks so much, Stan. Appreciate what y'all do.
You're welcome. Take care now, sir.
You too.